Hi, I am CMR Chandra MR, a professional consultant coach speaking about service and projects in this video. Here we are going to find out the relationship between project and service. Firstly, we will be discussing about what is project and service, the definition and differences between both. Secondly, do project and service have any relationship? So we may require to find out. So what is the reason behind discussing this topic? Many times I come across many professionals using the term project for regular operations. Similarly, when I ask any of my learners, any of the professionals about their understanding about the service, the term service, they may not have a proper clarity about it. Besides, I have come across many managers and leaders speaking about the difference between project and services and having the query, do the relationship exist, or can we have the practices of project management and service management put together? Can they bring both the practices together and manage the services and achieve the required objectives? Let us find out. By definition, project is defined as a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. So by definition, we can easily identify the terms like temporary, unique, so which effectively means project has a beginning and end. So project ends by accomplishing the required objectives, or projects may also end prematurely because of various reasons. Maybe change of directions at the business level, no proper support to the project, maybe organization has acquisition of another organization, mergers for example, then no fund, project does not have any significance to continue because of technology advancements or something. So likewise, project once it starts, it has to end. And every project produces unique product, service, or results. It may be just a product as an output of a project, or just a service as an output of a project, or just a result, or combination of all of this. Besides, if we look at the definition of service, service is a means of enabling value co-creation by facilitating outcomes that customers want to achieve without the customer having to manage specific costs and risks. So this definition we should see in various different lines. For example, three parts basically. Enabling value co-creation means every services enables value. The term co-creation is used simply because active involvement of service provider and service consumer has to be there. Only the value can be realized. And how the value is realized? By achieving the outcome customer want to achieve. So service provider facilitates that outcome that customer want to achieve. How? Without the customer having to manage specific cost and risk. Now this specific cost and risk, this is for service provider. For example, if I use a taxi service, I don't own the app, mobile app I used to book the taxi. Similarly, I don't own the car. As a service consumer, I book a taxi, get into the taxi and get down in the destination. I don't own any of these mobile application or the servers or the facilities or that vehicle or the driver. No ownership of any of that. So cost associated with them, the risk associated with them is for service provider. So now looking at the definition of a project and service, both are giving a different perspective views. Project has a specific objective to achieve by having product or a service or a result as an output of the project. Whereas here in service, it is facilitating the outcome what customer want to achieve. If I take an example of a project, like taxi services took an example, now creating the service capability, like I develop mobile app for taxi services, I onboard all the drivers and establish the contract, and I declare. Now I am ready to provide taxi service. Now this happens as part of the project, means I created the service. Similarly, in projects, we construct a building, for example. Now, what can be the example for result? A vaccination drive. Okay, so in a locality, there are 1,000 families living. So let us take up a vaccination drive, COVID-19 vaccination drive. So out of 1,000 families, 90 families or 100 families or 900 families are vaccinated. That is a result. Or all the 1,000 families are vaccinated. It is a result, which is not a product or service. So whether you produce a product, service or result in a project, we use a lot of resources, which involves product as well as services. When it comes to service, now once the service is created, only then a service provider can start providing the services to consumer. So this we should visualize very carefully. The creation of the services can happen by project. Now let us look at the further relationship. Now do project and service have relationship? Answer is yes. Obviously there is a relationship. How? Project creates the service. We saw that example just now while discussing about definition of project and service. Right? Projects creates the service. Introduction of new service, for example. Further, project modifies the service. When do we think of modifying a service? While enhancing by adding new features and functionalities to the existing services. Or to modify, change. Why do we modify or change? Maybe I wanted to increase the capacity. I want to restore, resolve, enhance. So many such scenarios which comes up where a significant amount of impact would be there, due to which one has to take a project management approach to modify that service. Similarly, in the life cycle of the service, as it is ending, as the life cycle of the service is ending, we may require to again take the project management approach to formally take off that service and declare it. One cannot just unplug it. For example, when we service A, which is fulfilling a specific kind of requirement of customer, because of the advancement of technology like telegram services, advancement of technology, SMS services. So as the SMS services reached every corner, then telegram services are taken off, can be taken off. So while I take off that services, I need to ensure the SMS services has reached all the corners where we can able to service those customer requirements easily. So this requires again project management approach. So simpler way the relationship can be understood like in a service life cycle you can come across multiple project life cycles. So here we are seeing three types of project initiatives which gets during the project life cycle, like while creating a service, while retiring a service, in between to modify, change, resolve, restore. So many such projects get initiated and closed. So that's it from my end for today. I hope this explanation gave you some clarity about a service, a project, and how they are related. If you have any queries, please write to us below. We'll come back to you with the right clarification and explanation. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Take care.